otherwise, we got a chill end of April stream today. And what better way to play chill streams than to play warm PC games? Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Hello, blah, blah, blah. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It is the Biendeo stream today on this fine 27th of April 2026. I hope you're having a wonderful week and will remember your lines just like I have. But yeah, no, this will... let's dive into today's game, shall we? It's been like 2.5 years since I played the first game. And they even... We'll dive into it. Let's see if this kicks in really quick. Wow. So we're playing another Night Dive remaster. This has been, I think, yeah, back in October of 2023 was when I played the first Turok game, or rather a remaster of the first Turok game for PC, which was great. About 15 months later, they had the second game right up, and I dig it. Also, Atari is involved. Somewhere in there. Say Kex. Very Kexy. I feel like it's a lot of the same engine under the hood, but there's a remarkable shift and improvement with this title. Like, really a shocking difference between the two games. And I think a lot of people know of the first game every time people mention Nintendo 64 first-person shooters. No one mentions the sequel, or the third game for that matter. But the sequel is something absolutely wild. At least the PC version. I actually should play the Nintendo 64 one just to sort of compare and contrast. It has been a solid, like, 8 years since I think I played it, so forgive me for not remembering too much about it. But they did go back and kind of give a bit of a late update to this game early this year, like January this year, which is a bit interesting. But when I played the first one back in 2023, I don't think they announced it. They sort of just kind of shadow dropped, or I wasn't paying attention, a remaster of Turok 3. So at least we got there in the end. But they quickly had this one, and then they didn't have a sequel for a very long amount of time. Turok 2 is also, this is a very new school menu, isn't it? Look at that, you can see what's new. You can see the fact that we support 4K on consoles and stuff like that. But we'll dive in. We have four wonderful difficulty levels. We're going to be fancy. We're going to play on hard. And I'll see if I get my butt kicked. The Seeds of Sneevil? Maybe. Also, I didn't say hi, Fetty. Hi, Tom. I just wanted to clarify on that one. We have a tad bit of cutscene and voice acting in this one. Just a tad bit. It's not a ton, but you'll have a little bit of it. This is different John Turok. Hi there.
Greetings, Turok. I am Adon. The elders of the lost land, known as the Lazarus Concordance, have charged me with
Lazarus Concordance is a great name, I guess.
The Primogen. The Primogen seeks to destroy the
well, it is a 1999 game in HD, so it's like one over. The dynamic shadows is the greatest way to make any old game look fancy in current age. If you really wanted to, you could RTX it these days, but honestly, the lighting is often quite simple, and you can actually like just raw dog it. Although you can't see it flicker, just a little tiny bit. But the textures need a little bit of love. I'll say that.
The port of Adia.
Yeah, the port.
This once peaceful coastal village has been utterly destroyed by the
You get these kind of Unreal Tournament style intros to the maps, you know? Oh, rip this fella.
In the hills surrounding the city, the battle wages on as stragglers are hunted down ruthlessly. The dinosaurs are genetically engineered dinosaur
usually it's a
hybrids.
war.
They are utterly evil and very dangerous.
There they go, there they
Though
go.
they do the Primogen's bidding, the dinosaurs have a more sinister and personal agenda of their own.
Face with no dinosaur.
Wiped from the face of the
Also,
earth.
I just want to say the blood effects are
Your
turned up
mission
to
objectives
15
are
in
as
this game. Like, they're so wild. I
Activate
don't think it
3
looked like this
distress
on the
beacons.
Nintendo 64. Greetings, Bob. How you doing?
Rescue 4 children.
Also, they abducted children. You think... I don't get why they would enslave children. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you're a
Locate
dinosaur,
the energy
you're just
totem
dinosaur
and defend
supremacy
it
at this
all
point.
costs.
Why are you enslaving children? So, anyways,
Faith.
In we are. You're gonna love me hitting that button all the time. But this is Turok 2. It plays like the first one, but it looks nothing like it. And I think this game is actually quite, like, delightful and sort of wonderful how wildly different the level design is, and perhaps how incredible it maybe is. If you hit pause, you will see what's happening over there on my right ear? Okay. I don't know where the secrets are, but you have to find all these things. And also on top of that, that's not the keys. The keys are separate. Also, you can swim fast by tapping W, as if it were Mario 64. But you could also just hold if you're that kind of person. We have ledge climbing as well. I think it was in the remaster. I think it's mostly just to make you feel better for climbing onto stuff. You are really gonna love that. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, okay, I don't know about the secrets, but I will definitely say we gotta find the rest of the stuff. So how about that? But yeah, we got destructible terrain. We got these things, power cell required. Also, just as a note, I don't want to keep pausing all the time, but just as a note, if you're playing the game by default, you're going to have the show hints button on, which just... yeah, I don't know, man. You're kind of spoiling the secrets in this game, so... or maybe not the secrets, that's actually the main stuff. I'm going to be playing with it off. Keep that in mind. Everything else is pretty much turned up. If someone wants to check out my graphics, I've got this. Bloom is off as well because, oh my goodness, look how freaking bright my hand is with the bloom on. What is that? Seriously. It does not need to be on. I think it affects the visual quality a bit too much. Why children are awesome? There's been a lot of talks about how children are awesome right after Pragmata released. It was last week it happened. It's already a week old, ain't it? If you're pro, you don't have to stand in the water. But just like the first game, we kind of have these sections broken up by... see, there's one. There you go. I know that one. We have these sections broken up by teleporters. Oh, was it on there? Oh, was it in gameplay? You sure? Or is it a choice for the developers? Because, yeah, I don't know if I'm seeing it in here. If you saw it, just shout out exactly what it's called. Because, oh, yeah, it's a choice I made? Yes. Yes, it is a choice. I don't think I have my, my regular size, but, like, okay, legit. First of all, the accuracy is wild. Secondly, look how much blood there is! It's like Conker's Bad Fur Day levels of blood. Oh my goodness. And it does have headshots. We have decapitation headshots. It's great. That's a key for the next level. There are only 6 levels in this game, but generally I find they are a lot longer. Yeah, I think this is... I think it's a bit German too far. Again, sorry to pause all the time, but we do have a green blood option if you're that kind of person. But why would you be that kind of person? They're dinosaurs. Also, I know I'm using the pistol, but you can continue with the bow and arrow, which is nice as well, because when you kill them, you pick up all the arrows again. You can only lose the arrows if you just literally, like, forget about them. Yeah, no, this game's awesome. This game's cool. The only thing I don't like about, I think the price of this one was a bit higher. And then, yeah, the Turok 3 remaster is, like, again, the price is significantly up there. Maybe someone will go, oh, it's very worth it if you, if you consider all these elements, and I somewhat agree, but it's also like, yeah, you know, old game, I sometimes expect just a lower price. Just keep shooting him, why not? He's been playing Blood. Ooh, very nice. Oh yeah, exactly. Like, if it wasn't for Doom, I think Germany would be a lot stricter on video game violence than, or at least for a longer amount of time. Whoop, he's still going. There you go. That's a headshot. Oh, he's fallen somewhere. Also, did I pick up a power core and then I didn't go back? Mental note, actually. Oh yeah, yeah. It, like, I mean, people forget, but like, if you play the original Mortal Kombat, like, yeah, you can punch a guy's head off, but that, you know, that also happened in like Friday the 13th Part 6 or something, which I think came out at somewhere around the same time in the 90s. There's no side dashing, by the way, so I don't have to rapidly tap. But yeah, no, the reason why I want to go back is because we need to put the thingy in the thingy. I like that little drop.
Distress beacon.
But you gotta make sure you're actually doing this, because these levels are fairly linear. Oh yeah, Indonesia's going wild as well. If it ain't rated, it's 18. Which is a bit crazy. I'm not too sure how big Indonesia's video game market is, so... usually Europe, and especially European Union, is like where you get a lot of like heads turning, I guess. Don't think the enemies respawn. I think he just casually showed up. Also, some speedrunner's probably going to tell me, one, stop using the arrows. I know. But they're probably going to be telling me it's like, oh, you jump down this ledge. Yeah, I get the idea of unrated being banned in the sense of... I guess, how would I put it? Back in ye oldie days, you had to be registered, or your game had to be rated in order to sell it on certain store shelves. I'm not exactly sure what are the conditions.
Flashlight.
Check out this flashlight. It's a point light exactly where I'm standing. It doesn't even do the Half-Life effect where it's a point light where I'm looking. You might be wondering what these red things do. They give you a life. Because despite a game having saves like this, it's got lives. Why not? The pistol's on 3, by the way. I just went ahead. Whoop, down he goes. You can buy games as long as you're an adult, but advertising is forbidden. Yeah, I think that's the case in Australia. You're not allowed to market it other than like from your store. I think you can list it in your store, but I don't know. There's specifics around it. I know what's about to happen. There he goes. Oh, he jumped into the door. How could he? It is weird that it's got lives. I think it's mostly a carryover from the fact that quick saving is not a thing on the original version, and they just sort of maintained it. But to that, I would then add, like, the checkpoints are literally, I think, the map starts.
Child rescued.
Thank you, Turok.
It's not gonna walk. Oh, jeez! Well, that's time to demonstrate what happens when you die. Well, you have a big shaken effect.
3 lives remaining.
And then they count your lives. There we go. Okay, well, the more you know. There's no fall damage.
Child rescued.
This face.
Thank you, Turok.
The children is only this level, I think, off the top of my head. She vanished as well. Listen, it's secretly... You wouldn't have expected it, but secretly, this game is really more of a collectathon than the original game. Like, the original was a little bit of a collectathon. Just a tad. Now it's like, now it's so collectathon, it's like, oh my goodness. Oh, exactly. And I think that there's something quite earnest about the design of this game. Dated in places, but earnest where it's like, they embrace the trends of its time. Is that a secret? Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, I can't aim. Oh, I can't aim. Can you tell I'm not very good at Hanzo or Huntsman Sniper or Hawkeye in Marvel Rivals or name another game with a bow and arrow character because oh my goodness, how good is a shotgun? Well, we're going to need to get a shotgun.
Game saved.
This is not the weapon to be using for these guys. Stop nibbling my toes! There's me, was the explosion happening? we're gonna have to see how good the shotgun is, but I will definitely tell you there is indeed a shotgun.
Game saved.
Can't have a game without a shotgun, or a shooter game without a shotgun. What is a shooter game that doesn't have a shotgun? Don't say Metro. That's a bit cheaty. The Fear one is pretty good. The Fear one is pretty good. I'm still a big fan of the Supernova, I guess, which by extension is Wolfenstein 3D, which also doesn't have a shotgun. Look at these pale boys. I think I got him. I think. There we go. Yeah, I'm like, did we get him? I'm really running low on those bows. You do have as well. You can see there's a what I can only call a flare gun. You know, in case you need a flare gun, like the dark corners. I don't know. Someone asked for this. This game, by the way, it has way too many weapons. A hilariously fun amount of way too many weapons. You play like a game. Obviously, Doom's got like 7. Or Doom 2, which is 8. And the chainsaw is its own thing, I guess. But then it's like, you play this one, it's like, oh my gosh, we are dealing with... yeah, the flare gun's pretty alright in Blood. I guess Blood doesn't have a... Oh, it kind of is a shotgun, isn't it? Yeah. Shadow Warrior, though. No, Shadow Warrior is just a shotgun. Yeah. They're all different, the build engine weapons, so I always keep, like, second guessing. They're all a bit weird, though, and I don't remember using the shotgun anywhere near as much as I'd maybe want to. Hold on, I'm gonna snipe this guy. Okay. What's the point in headshots? There we go, that's the point of a headshot. That's the... bleeding everywhere over my Gucci purse. I love when the fire hits me later, you know? We need to get some health. That's what I get for playing on hard. I'm not too sure if hard adds in more enemies or if I'm just taking more damage. Oh, hold on, I'll hit him. I should be aiming for center mass, to be fair. Speaking of headshots, this comes up all the time, doesn't it? Here we go. Power Solar. Oh look, a shotgun. It's okay. It's pretty alright. It's got the range that you'd want though. Like, it's a good amount of range. A second guess. Virtual Cop. I think, yeah, Virtual Cop is probably one of the older ones. But it's because, like, first-person shooters were a curious thing back then.
Distress beacon activated.
Like, people didn't know that there were going to be a, you know, like a genre, basically. Such a weird bit of level design here.
Pistol.
But sure, yeah. Is there a guy chasing? There he is. Hi there. Hold on, we're going to snipe him. Okay, well. Okay, he's not making this easy for me. Hold on. Come on. Whoop. Clean and easy. Clean and easy. Definitely GoldenEye is probably one of the most popular early FPS games I find. Other than, of course, Doom and, of course, various ones in the PC space. But certainly, if you're talking about, well, anything that's not on the PC, GoldenEye. I think that's 100% like the one. People, by extension, would add Perfect Dark. I think Turok definitely gets a lot of love and mention. But not Turok 2. Not Turok 2. No one talks about the sequels to Turok as much. I don't know if this game had an expansion pack support. Oh, sorry, yeah. I keep thinking the memory pack because it adds memory. It's like, no. It expands the memory. It's the expansion pack. Yeah, it's pretty neat. We'll get into another neat element about this game, although it was sort of in the predecessor game as well. fact that I'm getting sniped from lots of different angles. Ah! I do want to take out this guy before I get the guy behind me. Come on, really? Are you done? There you go. Exactly, the currency of Vietnam, exactly. But yeah, certainly I feel like, at least if you compare the two games, it's like, well, you know, it moves like Turok 1. But like, visually it's nowhere near it. Because, city area. I think, do we have a secret in here or not? Not really? Nah. That's okay. That opens up this door, allowing us to find more dudes. It is a very small crosshair. I can do... It's also brown in a brown area. Is there a way to make it bigger? Console command probably. So you're gonna have to bear with me on that one. I don't know if it scales in resolution, and I'm not trying. I'm playing in 4K. Listen, crosshair is a feature. You could just wing it. You could just wing not looking at anything. Wow, you think he'd die from that? Normal difficulty, maybe. Hard might add more damage. Here we go. Checkpoint station. That's right. If you thought dying was painful, it's not anymore, because there's a checkpoint station.
Turok, how may I assist you?
Everyone comments on Lara's sort of triangular physique. She's got freaking the triangular cheekbones.
Ammo granted.
So you can just casually go to these
Health
places and
granted.
ask for health and ammo, sort of top yourself off, which is interesting. And these will also be the quick warp points throughout the game, so you can warp to the middles of various levels depending on how you need, which is very useful because the levels start getting very awfully big. You're gonna need to know. Parts of levels as opposed to whole big levels. Because yeah, you thought, oh, 6 levels? Oh, it's going to be a short 2-stream game. We'll see how long I take here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a natural feature a lot of monitors have these days as well, the whole dot in the center. So anyway, so now I have some alternate ammo, which you can switch to by hitting which key switches the ammo? Ah, because reloading is for scrubs. It's explosive buckshot. True, they're not CRTs, yeah. Oh, sorry, they're not, yeah. I hate touching the flare. I can hear a child crying in the distance. I mean, it's an effective cage. You might be able to fit out through one of these sides, but I don't know. Listen, if you're keeping children captive, wood seems like a curious choice.
Child rescued.
Thank you, Turok.
Always haunting my nightmares on that one. Into the next whooshy whoosh. There we go. She despawned. Yeah, exactly. She was not needed anymore. Oh look, a key. Listen, nothing says fancy like a Triforce piece. But also it's for level 2. So I think this is a good way of tracking at least what you've got, and then you'll also see this, and hopefully I know where all these things are. We're doing okay for the moment. This room looks familiar, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, he's taking his time. It's a big guy. For me, I guess. There's no fall damage, I don't believe there is. Pretty sure there isn't. So, this was where we came from before. I dropped down from this ledge, facing that door, but actually, that's the door I need to go in. I remember this one, like, confused me right off the bat. But nah. Oh, if only I had a little breadcrumb waypoint, you know? Like a little mini-map with the waypoints, sort of with a little trail leading up to them. Which I think is a segue I'll have. As of a couple of hours ago... I see... I would say you're a man of taste, but I'm like, that's not even my favorite Pink Floyd album. I like it. I like The Wall, but I don't know, man. I don't think it has a candle to many of the other ones that they've done. But certainly it's a curious and unique one. Mostly for them. I'm gonna twiddly twiddle. Oh, where am I gonna snipe from? Look. Is nothing sacred? Are waterfalls not sacred? Hold on, I can aim. I can aim, apparently. I gotta get used to 5 being a shotgun key. Nah, it's all good. But no, as of a couple of hours ago, I beat Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch. And I won't go into any spoilers, don't worry. I've played the Wii one, like about 10 or so years ago. It's been a while, but I played it, I think, just as like Xenoblade X was coming out. 3 games. There's 3 of them. Also, I'm not done. I hit the credits. I would like to try my hand at some of the super boss content. There's not a crazy amount of side content in Xenoblade Chronicles, in the post-game, that is. There's a crazy amount of side content, full stop. But I feel like I've accomplished quite a fair bit of the things I wanted to do. I think all the DLCs of Xenoblade are standalone adventures, including the one that I'm about to, or I just played like an hour of, Future Connected. I don't know really if I should be playing it right now in terms of release order, but it is very much just more Xenoblade 1. The switchboard of Xenoblade is virtually like the Wii game. I had never played the 3DS one. Also, she's giving me a lowdown on finding talismans. That's right, it's also a Metroidvania. Is the Vania term necessary? There's no experience points or anything, it's just literally here's an item that lets you go to an area in another level.
5 talismans and 5 eagle feathers that must be found as your quest unfolds.
What's she doing in all these rooms anyways? Listen, she's got a way to go between these rooms that I don't, apparently, so... I'm also glad she's telling me about the stuff without actually giving me any. It's all tell, don't show. But sure, hi there. But yeah, no, it's very much the same as the Wii version in terms of... Oh, yeah. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Also, watch out that you're not accidentally switching to your special ammo when you don't need it. Because, watch that the buckshots are red at the bottom. We need more games with just font. Like freaking 3D numbers. Oh, hi there. Oh. That was a bit interesting. But yeah, no, very much the switchboard is just like the Wii one. There's a couple of UX changes here and there, most notably the fact that, you know, it's obviously in HD, and I think they've animified the characters a little more. I don't think that's exactly a fair term, because I mean, they're always anime, but you know what I mean, where I think they made the eyes a bit bigger, the characters are a tad bit more cel-shaded than they used to be. Probably not a tad, they are a little bit.
Tech bow, sniper capability.
Tech bow. You can snipe with this, which looks a bit weird, but you can snipe with X. And also the bullets explode if you wanted to. But you don't have to, you could just use the regular arrows. It's useful in case you want to, like, snag a guy up there. But yeah, I think I sort of spoke about most of that last week. So I don't really have too much more to say other than I do like this game. I do really like Xenoblade Chronicles after a replay. It does hold up. Some of the areas are just like, man, they're big for the sake of, wow, if only I had an item that I could use right here. Ooh, the snipe right there. Yeah, exactly. Now every Xenoblade is on the Switch. But when will we have Xeno Freaks on the Switch? Ah, sniping with this is so fun though, I'll tell you that. Am I getting myself turned around? I am. I'm just like, oh, I'm going this way. Oh, I can't get that. But obviously, that's a key piece of something, but it needs a symbol. And I've played Monsters Inc. Scare Island on the PS1. I know what I'm in for. We hit that, so there's probably just something that opened up behind me. Also, look at this. More doohickeys. Hello, Dino Hunter Elliot. No, everyone loves killing dinosaurs. Also, look at those god rays, man. Oh, I think those are god rays. They count as god rays, aren't they? Table and everything. Oh, it is a solid one. It is a very solid one. Ooh, I see a little secret over there, and I see a little secret down there. Let me see if I can cheekily do this. Well, that is a secret right there. Curious about that one. I wouldn't mind more pistol ammo, I guess, but it looks like you come out of somewhere or you jump somewhere. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, definitely up there. We'll figure out how that opens. Yeah, Xeno 1 plus 2, yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. There's games that are realistic, and then it's just like, you know, the way you can just like move your momentum in midair. It's like, who cares, you know? Just do it.
Game saved.
Haven't hit that button in a while. Hi there. I appreciate if you're holding a. There's the bot. There it is. There's the scam. Oh yeah.
Greetings, Turok.
No, because I need to play Doom: The Dark Ages, and I need to play Doom Eternal first, and I kind of want to replay Doom 2016.
Health granted.
But we'll get there, I guess. Hype isn't. I want it to be good though. I don't think anyone really should wish for any games to be bad. How could someone have missed the bow? It was like really right in the way before. But yeah, so I don't have too much to say about Xenoblade other than obviously like I really like the messaging in the story. I think it's probably one of the most solid of the stories. It's toned down. It's interesting to have played it after now playing I guess he's the executive producer, isn't he? But after playing his earlier Xeno titles and the fact that I guess they named it Xeno as like a bit of a homage linkage, but I don't think it exactly is the same kind of game. Also, check it out, a shotgun, but I've already got a shotgun.
Shotgun.
Now I've got another one, I guess. If only Akimbo was in this game. Oh. Solid that was 2 solid misses. Whoa. In both DLC for 3 Gears and so I heard about that. I'll keep it, you know, tight-lipped. We won't say any more than that. I think for the most part, I think the general rule is like anything that does connect games together is probably more for fun reasons of why not, rather than like because it really like sways the meaning of the game in any way. But yeah, like I mean, legit, Xenoblade Chronicles on its own is 100 hours. It's like I'm not even gonna say anything about anything around that game. The fact that every time you look up anything about the you know, the mechanics of how the characters work, they'll always refer to the last character as 7 because like they don't even want to tell anyone who even knows the game that this is the case. So that kind of stuff where it's like people are very tight-lipped about that. So I haven't played 2 or 3. I will get to them eventually. I hope that I could maybe get to them throughout the year. But certainly, oh boy, it was a long game. It was a long one, Xenoblade Chronicles. So we'll see what the Future Connected... I played X before, but I want to play it sometime after this. I'm not going to play it directly afterwards. I feel like I'll play another RPG. James Bond wins. True. It depends. It depends on your character's VA. No, you can talk whenever. You can talk whenever. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend this version, unless you want to play on Retro Achievements, in which case you most likely want to play the Wii version. Not really any problem playing the Wii version, it's kind of the same game. And I played the Wii, also, Warp! Warp Waterfall! Oh, check it out, arrows. So I like how technically we have two bows, even though one of them is clearly better than the other. Why is stuff exploding and there's no one here? Where is everyone gone? Ah, you got 120. Very nice. Congrats. How'd you find the hardest ones? Because I know some of those purple coin missions, especially Freeze Flame 100 coins, really is like, that puts some hairs on some chests. I feel like if I made it look easy in my playthrough, if you ever go back and watch that, it's because I've played Mario Galaxy like half a dozen times. Like the first time I played it, oh boy, I was struggle town.
Game saved.
I love these just random explosive barrels everywhere.
I am Turok!
And he is Turok. Part of it could also be, like, my age at the time. Maybe it was just hard for me because I was a kid and I didn't know how to play anything. Can I read this book? No. I cannot. Not at all. Thought there'd be some cheeky platforming there. Oh, I can aim. I can still aim. Kablooey! Look, they put these pistol clips in the wall. Did you have it? Yeah, you gotta learn how to play games before you play games, I guess. Just tautological statement right there. 150 purple coins in Luigi's purple coin. Ooh, very nice. That one's a tricky one. I'm expecting a switch somewhere around here. Yeah, okay, they really don't want me standing there. I'm expecting a switch. And I have the little thingies turned off, so I can't spot it. It's just eternally looking for things. Like, this looks promising down here. It's definitely worth a finish, because then you get to play the second game, which I actually prefer. Only I prefer it because of, like, I think I have more of my favorite levels in it, and not because I think 2 is just like, oh, it fixes all the problems in 1. It's like, they're both, you know, virtually flawless games. It's kind of interesting as well, like, when you think about it, it's like, I don't know, like, once you start saying 2013, it's like, you're in Wii U territory for release cadences. Like, a part of me was actually thinking, yeah, I should, because, I mean, the only one I've played in the rollout is, somewhat on and off Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock and M&M's Racing, and I wish I had played something a bit different. Maybe something with pointer controls. Just to flex. Why there? Oh, I thought that was a headshot. That would have been a cool headshot. That would have been a cool headshot. That would have been... Ah, never mind. Actually, that might have been one. You got this kind of like... Actually, I don't know if there's like a swing if I'm going left and right, if the aim is the same. There we go. Let's switch to the pistol. That was a tech arrow. Well, that sounded like it was behind me, I guess. I guess my health is just too good. I'm just that good. Don't need more health. I mean, you only need 70 to beat the game, so, you know, I can understand just stopping at 70. And some of Mario games, I know, Mario Sunshine, which maybe one day I'll play it on the channel. Mario Sunshine's 100% kind of trajectory is very, very obnoxious. Those blue coins are just like, ugh. They're just a bit too... is it 60 or 70? Maybe it is 60. I think it's 70 in the sequel, maybe. Oh, you know, it's 70 in Mario 64. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think Sunshine is legitimately like the hardest of all of those ones. Partially because I think some of the level design is just not as kind. Mario 64, where it gets aggressive, at least the game is generally slower. You can take your time, you'll get there. But Sunshine punishes you a bit. And then on top of that, the blue coins are just legit. Like, they are really cryptically hidden. And there's no clues or hints or anything to get them. You just gotta know. Which is a bit painful as well when you're trying to, you know, go back and figure out which ones are you missing. And it's like, yep, there's nothing that documents which ones there are. So if there's one that just is in the water and goes in and out of reality because it's clipping a wall, you gotta hope that you remember it's that one and not swimming past it, not finding it because it's in the wall, or you picked it up, and then yeah, like that kind of, yeah, it's very annoying. You know, it's weird when Superman 64 does something and then a Mario game does it. Yeah, I hope I've been finding everything. We'll see. But hey, if you're opening up warps everywhere, you're doing something right. I was gonna say, speaking of release cadence, I might as well mention, at the beginning of the month, I'm pretty sure I was like, Nintendo doesn't have that much, like, queued up. Like, I knew we had Rhythm Heaven and Splatoon, but all we had was tentative 2026 dates on those. A couple of weeks ago, we finally got the, was it July 2nd for Rhythm Heaven? Or Rhythm Paradise, as it is referred to in European regions. That's always a fun one to have to read out. Or if you want to, Rhythm Tengoku, if you're that kind of guy. One day, they will do a proper, just whatever remaster, re-release of that first game. And given that they release it in arcades, I'm very certain a remaster effort is actually quite, like, straightforward. Maybe not straightforward, but I think it's a lot more possible than... good grenade aim, right there. It's probably a lot more possible than, you know, typical GBA ports maybe would be. I really want that. That seems like a nice thing. But also on top of that, we got a 3.5-minute trailer as sort of highlighting what is Splatoon Raiders, the unannounced, well not unannounced, but the mysterious Splatoon game that they teased at the end of last year. And it's also coming out in July. It's later July, but it's interesting. It's a regular old, well, it's not a regular old, it's a single-player Splatoon game. It's a single-player Splatoon game. I think it's kind of got that open world kind of trend in design. We got a big kind of map. You got things to do on it. It is 85 Australian. I don't know why. It's cheaper than many Nintendo games, let alone Switch 2 games. So I'm not too sure if it'll be as featureful as a full experience, or if they're just like, well, there's no multiplayer, so that's it. And we got the Yoshi game, which comes out in a couple of weeks. So to me, I'm like, oh snap! Nintendo's just managed to like come out with a bunch of stuff. I want to say as well, we had one for. I should probably be using this bow and arrow a bit more. Preferably snipe your enemies. Unfortunately, if I'm charging a tech arrow, I have to do that. I have to swap the arrow to to save the tech arrow there. You know, I'm 45 minutes into this level, and we're just sort of still continuing on, aren't we? The music hasn't changed. The layout hasn't really changed. I swear, I'm not running in circles. We are indeed experiencing new areas of the level as we go. But if it makes you feel better, at least that's 4 of the 6 keys, and definitely we've got all the keys for level 2, so... I'm not walled out just yet. But they keep it quite simple. I mean, I think you get... Oh yeah, exactly. I'm not too sure, just as a side note, I'm not too sure if I like the redone soundtrack for Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch any more than the original. It's very much just kind of like a remix and slight re-record of some of the instruments, but they really didn't change that much. Other than I think one of the songs is in a different key. So someone's gonna call up that one and be like, "Oh, it is different." But yeah, these images are not helpful. By the way, they are so not helpful. All of these warps are in freaking corners. I'm actually, that's why like the menus being different or being like significantly like this seems like 90s PC game rather than Nintendo 64 game like the original remaster had. But I'm curious if like how much is actually different from that Nintendo 64 version.
Game saved.
I love the fact that it bled on the freaking coins. Like, why are we bleeding on the coins here? Who is sniping me and where? Oh, hi there. Sorry, my man. But yeah, we had coins give you a life when you get 100. So for me, they probably won't give me anything. But for people on the Nintendo 64, they're going to be vital. I also did skip the hardcore mode. That is kind of like Doom's Nightmare mode. I'm pretty sure everything moves faster. Ooh. Okay, let's see if we can do this with pizzazz. You gotta zoom in with the Z and X. It feels a bit weird. Stays fairly zoomed in, but there we go. Oh, yes. I think they respawn when you leave the whole level. So not like the map, but like actually like when I leave level 1, then everything will probably respawn on me. There's a lot of enemies, I'll tell you that. Oh, on hardcore? I don't think they do. So you don't have to worry about that. This one's from a cheeky angle, ain't he? Oh. Nothing is more crazy than a sniper pistol.
Ultra Hell.
Looks like I needed that. There we go. We got a trailer for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. I think that's the name of it. And I say this as someone who is very skeptical about Ubisoft in general. And on top of that, I've actually never played an Assassin's Creed. I know broadly bits and pieces, but I've never actually played one. I played Far Cry 3. Yeah, potentially the most beloved. I think a lot of people liked it because it had enough side content that maintained interesting. It's like how people, comment on a triple triad in Final Fantasy VIII. It's like, if you make a side mode that is engaging enough, I don't know if they want me to be doing this. I'm gonna try and do this. Nope. I don't need to do that. That'd be a cheeky secret if they did. But certainly it's like there's a little bit of a reimagining in there where they've taken story and setting and then recontextualized it with the new game's mechanics. So suddenly, the video I saw in particular was the combat is entirely different. It's not the Arkham Asylum style of a sort of dodge counter that the original was. It's lock onto enemy and dodge parry your way through him kind of thing.
I am Turok.
Well, this seems familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it's more of a remake. It is a bit weird, obviously, that we're remaking a game from, what was it, 2013 or 2012? I forgot which year it came out in. But it is like, yeah, you know, like it was on the 360, but did it not have an Xbox One PS4 remaster? Definitely had the Wii U remaster, which is always fun to comment on that existing. The one time Ubisoft put faith in the Wii U was putting Assassin's Creed as a launch title. But, oh yeah, Ubisoft needs that money. Not as in, you should go buy the game now, because otherwise Ubisoft will go bankrupt as a company if you don't buy their game. But rather, Ubisoft, like, they have been blundering after blundering. They are not, yeah, they're not doing the right stuff. Sort of? I'd say sort of on that front. I'm not too sure if, I'm not too sure if he's a dinosaur hunter just because he turns in, or he possesses a dinosaur for a moment. It's early on in the game, it's fine. It's little fellas. Oh my gosh. They don't like running in here, do they? At least I'm a crack shot somehow. Yoshi's... Oh, true. Yoshi's Safari is cool. Yeah. Never forget Yoshi's Safari. How many drawbridge rooms can we put in this level? I swear. If you see me shoot slow, it's because I'm treating the pistol like a, you know, a manual fire when really it's it's automatic. It keeps shooting when you hold down the button. A long time ago, yeah. Feels like a while since I played Yoshi's Safari. I can't remember too much about it. But yeah, tell me about the big blunder in a moment. I'll see if it lines up with anything I'm about to mention. But yeah, the Assassin's Creed remake, it's like, I'll just play the original at some point. I'm not too sure when I'll play it. I actually don't know if I own it. I should just play the original. But since no Assassin's Creed ever gets re-released, isn't that a bit weird? Sort of like how no Call of Duty ever gets re-released. Maybe it's a strategy from some of these companies. Not to say they need re-releases, but rather it's just... They're all relatively recent franchises. They're... anyway, have a good one, Blub. I don't know if I'll go longer than 2 hours, we'll see. Because I do want to stretch this one out a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, I never do. I'm gonna try and keep him a bit more in line with the 2 hours. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when we're remastering games that came out in the PS4 era, part of me is like, it's too recent. I know, on the flip side, I was just talking about how I wanted to play Xenoblade Chronicles X. The difference is no one bought the Wii U. I think it is very fair to have every Wii U game just put on the Switch. But the PS4, every game works on the PS5. I will give time for you. Oh, that's a ledge and a half. Okay. Everyone likes an apartment area. Man, this room is so dark. If only I had my handy dandy flare gun. This is so weak of a flare gun. How about Last of Us? Yeah, like I wouldn't mind being able to play the PS4 version on PC. Or just PS4 version on... Well, actually, not even just the PS4 version on the PS5, because you can do that. So what are we doing? Well, the answer is releasing the game because you had the Netflix show happen. That's why they did it. Shot to the heart, and you're to blame. Oh, this isn't open. If you were thinking, oh, you missed stuff in that previous area. Yeah, the switch. The literal switch to continue. Hold on, let's see if we can snipe this guy in apartments. I got him eventually. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, not to say remasters are too soon, because it's like we're nearly at the end of the PS5 era, but the fact that, like, these games are readily available, and honestly, I don't think game design has dated itself in the same way that, like, you know, how would I put it? Here I am, I'm talking about a game that came out in either 2013 or 2012, and I'm like, oh, you know, like, oh, am I distracting him? Oh. You know, that almost looked like it was a very impressive feature, and then unfortunately he phased to the floor. How far down did he phase? Oh, he phased the whole floor through it. Deleted from the game. Let's just ignore the fact that he phased through the floor, and then just go back and go, I distracted him with an arrow. Why do we have that mechanic in this game? Why did we implement distracting? So what am I missing in terms of... Oh, I've got all the keys. But you can see I'm still missing a distress beacon and a child. And a part of me does want to at least keep a itchy finger on that. If we see... If I'm at the end of the level, and you know you're at the end of the level when you get to that, like, big tower thing. You know, the one that they showed at the beginning. Or alternatively, they won't let me leave because I haven't actually done that. So maybe, you know what? Maybe let's do it. Let's turn on the hints, see if I'm missing anything. Probably not. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Never mind, I don't need the hints anymore. It was right there the whole time. Well, yeah, like, I'm talking about a game that's like 13 years old, being like, oh, does it need like a redo-over? And you know what's a great remaster or remake of a game? Tomb Raider Anniversary. It was 11 years after the original came out. We'll get to it eventually, maybe. Seriously, when it's like, yeah, that's the 7th Tomb Raider, or the 8th Tomb Raider game, and I've done 3 of them, so... Is this going to be a year where I play only sequels, by the way? Gex 2, oh, look at that. Also, look at that.
Full health.
Well, that definitely looks like the end of a level to me. I don't know about you, but to me it does. Yeah, we're getting Halo. We are getting a Halo remake. I guess the thing that's like iffy for me about the Halo remake is obviously it is being played on a platform where you can just play Halo Anniversary Edition, particularly, with the broken original lighting. But you can still play that, whether it's the Master Chief Collection, whether it's the 360 version. Yeah, maybe one day we'll get Halo 5, maybe, but so I think having this open is at least like, hey, it's a warp.
Warp portal.
Exactly.
Activated.
So now I can toy around with the rest of the level. This seems a bit different.
Game phased.
This wasn't what I was expecting. Yeah, I mean, if you're a PlayStation player.
Human powers beyond the comprehension of flesh.
I was about to comment on him whispering all the time.
The Primogen
The Primogen must not be stopped.
The totems must fall. The balance
Also
must
voice acting in a
falter.
Nintendo 64 game.
Chaos must commence. We are the darkness. We
Oh, you know.
unseen.
Oh, I love that like slight pop in because just because 16 by 9. It's not even an exotic resolution, but it always happens. I will comment on just another one on Xenoblade. There's a lot of Z fighting and some weird artifacts, and I don't know if that's a Switch 2 problem. I say a lot. It's very intermittent, but you'll sometimes notice it.
Your failure is inevitable.
Well, this seems very threatening. Let's have the music snap back in the moment the dialogue is gone.
Game saved.
If only, if only. Oh, here they come. It's not a boss fight. We're just fighting different enemies. And I like how every level actually has a very different vibe in this game. Even though technically we are still in level 1. I think we're still in level 1, I'm pretty sure we are. Well, that seems straightforward enough. Hopefully there's no more of them. Close enough. I mean, when the environment changes so, like, drastically... Oh, look, the ammo respawns as well. Look at this, like, very Quake 3 looking freaking vent and weird reflection that doesn't reflect you as a player, but it is a reflection. Isn't that a bit weird? Also, was that a 2 health? Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's hit him with the big explosive one.
You have found part of the nuke weapon.
Woo! This is still first level. It's just the nuke parts are in special machine areas.
Turok, a strange presence fills this evil place. I
Okay.
do not understand its source, but it is somehow familiar to me.
Sure.
You must take care when entering the warp portals.
Like that one?
Whatever this new threat
Or
is,
the next one?
it seems that false portals have been erected to lure you into a trap.
Classic, by the way. Oh.
Game saved.
So I think the bait is that you think that's a warp portal, but actually it's it takes you to the secret area, which gets you the nuke part. So that's interesting. But yeah, we got that. This thing is still a mystery for the moment, but we'll get there eventually. That being said, I am still missing children.
Game saved.
Like, I'm pretty sure if I save and we navigate to wherever that portal was, wherever it was. It wasn't down there. I think it wasn't down there. Yeah. Actually, oh, yeah, it was down there. Yeah. Do I have any other news? Yeah, it tells you mission failed. It just spits you right back at the start, which is a bit brutal, but sure, okay. Although I don't have to look for keys, so let's have the hints on and just peruse, try and see if we can get to the end. I got a couple of things as well. They're all sort of AI and collapse stuff, but I think probably the biggest one in terms of our wonderful tech news is Tim Cook has officially said he is resigning as CEO of Apple effective September 1st, so we've still got a few months in command. In his place will be John Turnus. But yeah, like, for context, for people who don't remember, Tim Cook stepped in as Apple CEO when Steve Jobs died in 2011, and that is a really long tenure, and surprisingly, it's been a positive one. Apple's been, Apple is a uniquely fairly positive brand. I'm, like, out of all the, all the big public companies, often screwing customers over so much, Apple are surprisingly really consistent and solid, even though I hate some of, like, not hate as in, like, I detest or stuff like that, but rather I think that some of their products are not for me. I'm not a big iPhone guy. I'm not a big fan of the ecosystem. I'm gonna try and run past a bunch of these enemies now, but it is gonna kind of get a bit awkward. Yeah, you can see some of these. Maybe I should be playing with the thingy on. I don't know, actually. I don't think I needed it for that. But I'll need to know what's going on up there. Is this something I missed? Yes.
Distress beacon
There you go.
activated.
But yeah, he's been CEO for 15 years, it's going to be. And honestly, it's like when you think about like everything after Steve Jobs, you know, he died kind of right as I think the second generation iPads were coming out. And so everything afterwards, so pretty much everything I feel technologically, stuff like the M1, the Apple Silicon kind of push, the sort of interest in the... it's a bit hard though, because when you point to 15 years of a product that you don't use, you're like, what are the other things that are nice? I guess was it the mini PC? Not the Mac Mini necessarily, but the concept of... I'm actually curious if I can just walk to where I need to be. Hi. I can't skip this.
Turok. How may
I can't go faster in this part, unfortunately. But we can walk to Village, and then you'll be terrified by that kind of blue. I really don't think... I think I've just got to run through the level. I don't think I can actually like really skip anything. It felt right though to be here though. Yeah, it feels right to be here. I don't think I've missed anything, and if I did, then well, at least I know which portion of the level to... That secret eludes me, though. Did they even warp me to the right area? That being said, Apple certainly has had blunders. I think everyone will comment on the Apple Vision Pro. The payment system is a bit of a weird one. And I think generally the cheese grater Mac Pro is also the vacuum cleaner one, or as I call it, the vacuum cleaner. Really, all the incarnations of the Mac Pro. I'm not too sure if Apple really like leveraging them that much, or whether they just had like people who are too fixated on the Apple ecosystem. And unfortunately, surprisingly, I know Microsoft had caught up in some capacity, and also Linux has caught up. The whole operating system ecosystem does not favor Apple as much as it used to lock people in. See, look at this. I should have shot the chest. That was what I should have done. Gotta use that mini-map. Big guy. But yeah, overall, it's like, you know, out of all the companies that have shot themselves in the foot and expanded to crazy levels, Apple being one that has really pushed into vertically integrating and becoming not only just like, we make fancy computers, but also we are actually creating or designing and they're not creating because TSMC is manufacturing the Apple Silicon processors. But certainly, the fact that they are even doing their own kinds of custom silicon designs, and they moved to ARM a little bit before everyone else was sort of considering it for desktop, which I find... Oh, actually, no, we had Amazon Graviton servers by then. But certainly, it's like... It seemed like a very interesting move, but it's paid off really nicely for them. And they're continuing to really dominate the laptop scene. So, I hope for good things in the future from Apple under this new leadership. But most likely, it's like the change of a CEO shouldn't mean the change of really anything for quite a while. And probably very likely, the change of a CEO is the bookkeeper. Like, how much of Apple is really going to change because of this? Probably not a ton. At least not at first. But yeah, no. Shout out Tim Cook. You started on a high and you ended on a high. You ended on a real crazy high. Remember when Apple was the first $1 trillion company? Like, that's crazy. Oh, he did cook, yeah. Like, it's crazy that there was a point in time when Apple was, like, actually the cream of the crop. And to some extent, you know, depending on how you view technology companies, they probably are still up there as, like, the one. Maybe not the one. I don't know. I think it's probably quite clear to say NVIDIA is winning at the moment in terms of hardware and revenue, but Nvidia, on the other hand, are not doing their own operating system just yet. And also, I don't think it's at all in their best interest to do that. But Nvidia is definitely looking to vertically integrate. And then the court struck down them buying ARM, so... Oh well there.
Pistol.
Where's that damn fourth child? This makes you realize how long this level was. Oh my goodness, the fact that it's been an hour and a bit and I'm still in level 1. That's nothing. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? One day I'll play that. I've never played Sonic Heroes, just for note. I'm at the end of the level. Where is the child, the lost child? I'm curious. Maybe the child is near the end? I turned off my hints like right around here.
Gained save.
And I wandered into here. This is where we had the key. So, And I can't beat the level unless I find the child. See, when it was just like keys on the way, it was easier. Now, I don't know, man. Maybe I should just constantly have this map open just so someone can like tell me I'm going the right way, please. Also, if anyone knows off the top of your head, now's the time you can shout it out at me. Or alternatively, just find an image guide that describes it. I like this yellow marker does line up with your crosshair. So I don't have to think. But like, this is the end of the level right here. Again, last shot is in the previous area. Oh, with the high ledges? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Reptonin. I appreciate it. I'm not doing this to, like, encourage backseat. Well, actually, yeah, we can sort of encourage backseat, because I've played this game before, so it's not too secret, but it's been a number of years, and on top of that, I do want to help pacing. Artemis, too bad. Yes, very nice. I jumped down from that ledge. Can I? Yeah, or did I? No, that's just a ledge. That's just up there. Yeah, let's wander back, and I know this area has this warp, and that was where yeah, very good. I did as well. That was good fun. I'm glad they're home safe as well. It's fun and exciting. Isn't the next one like only next year? That's really, I mean, maybe it isn't actually like that soon. Yeah, I checked in here. This is just a dead-end room, and it's also not on the map. When you say the last area, do you mean like, oh, back next to some boxes? I was like, cause yeah, this area is actually very tiny, isn't it? There's a box, but that doesn't seem it. That's that. This is a very funky looking wall that looks like it probably opens in some capacity, and the indent over here makes it look like this allows me to climb up onto the roof, which I think I did at one point because that's pulled and that's a key there, but I'm not really too sure why I'm jumping over there, but sure. I remember pulling the switch like through the wall here for some reason. I remember pulling that, so I've pulled all the switches here. Opening next to some boxes. I'm just trying to like spot some boxes. Unless by last area you meant the this part. But I had gone through here. We can zoom the map out as well, which is nice. I mean, I wandered through this whole area, which just sort of loops around. Yeah, this whole part. Yeah. And all of that is just to, like, drop down here, right? Not this part, no, earlier. Not that. Was it the previous warp? So, as in through here in that kind of area? Not these boxes. Makes sense. Yeah, okay, through that warp. Okay. Oh look, the enemy respawned. This isn't nightmare difficulty, you can't do that. I guess the ammo respawns as well. I'm trying to figure out, is it further back than here? Because this area is actually pretty small. Like, it's just this. Unless I really can't see. I'm going to wander back just to keep backtracking a bit. Fair enough. Trying to spot where on the map. Okay. Okay. I mean, that area looks kind of promising. This whole part over here. Wow, I am actually blind. You know what's the worst part? I looked at this. I looked at it. And then it didn't cross my mind I hadn't wandered into here. Okay, turn off the hints for a moment just because I don't need them anymore. I crossed my mind. I looked at it directly. But I forgot I hadn't gone in here. I probably missed it the first time I went around, but I'm very certain I looked directly at this. That's not quite being our moment. I don't know, man. When the level is an hour long, I think it's very easy to get yourself tossed and turned. I should have been looking at the minimap and zooming out, though. I should have definitely been doing that a bit. Who's managing these bridges, anyways? This reminds me of, remember, what was it, level 5 from the first Turok? The, like, temple level? Which I surprisingly handled well on stream, but I remember having an absolute field day figuring out where I was going in that level. Listen, just think about it. If this is level 1,
Rescued.
imagine what the rest are going to be like. I feel like 2 levels of stream is going to be a very, like, solid, kind of go, but I don't know, we'll see. So, anyways, let's run and dash. Rushing, if you will. Really quick to the end of the level. Because I've gotten everything, and I know you're going to comment on this one little thing, and I'm pretty sure you have to come back later. Actually, I'm very certain. We saw it. We literally saw the thing. You need the item to come back later. So just mental note. Metro, exactly. Isn't that weird to have that kind of stuff in a 1999 first-person shooter? That's why this game is a real curious one. And it's such a bizarrely big improvement over the original. People in the 90s, game designers in the 90s really took, like, early PS1 and late PS1, early Nintendo 64 and late Nintendo 64. Yeah, Hexen, it's the same thing. It's like you take that Doom engine and you cram the most crazy freaking level design in it. Soon, by the way. Also Power Slave. Yeah, Power Slave existed and was out well before Turok even. Turok 1. Alas, no Nintendo 64 port of Power Slave. If only. But maybe one day I'll play it. Actually, you know, fun fact, I've actually never played the Night Dive remaster.
You must save the totem, Turok.
And now, it's a boss fight. This is my only gripe with the game is, this sort of replaces your traditional boss fights. We have horde battles where I have to kill enemies. And you can see there's a very normal amount of enemies in the mix. But oh boy, do I love this shotgun. That is an incredible shotgun with the explosive rounds. The stream might have crashed. No, I'm still going. That's Twitch on your end. Works on my machine. Also, I have a cheat. That's right. I think it was in here. Yeah, I know. Fruity Stripes. There we go. Worthwhile feature. Well, we did it. There's a checkpoint station here, which you can go into, which then proceeds to still be in space. We'll just keep it going for a thing. Anyways, I got a couple other news, but they're all going to be pretty quick fire.
Ammo granted.
And we are back. These are going to be quick fire. Most of them are AI related. Let me do the one that's not AI related. Or two that are not AI related. SDL, a common library used for drawing window programs. You might recognize SDL if you've played, I think OpenTTD uses it. Well, we can open level 2. There you go. Also, in theory, I can go to level 3. Which is this one. People like doing their own orders, but I will take this one quite naturally. And then obviously, as you can see, level 6 requires both 4 and 5. I think we'd unlock all of level 4s in this level. All of level 5 comes at level 3, and then you still have to find all those keys. Also, you have to do all the objectives, so.
Slaughter by the River of Souls.
You missed me exiting the level
River of
with
Souls.
sort of a lame horde
The
battle
very
that
name
serves as a
strikes
hub
fear
world,
into
or
the
as a
hearts of men.
word,
Nothing
as a boss
that drinks
fight.
of its water survives. The
But
Lazarus
yeah, SDL
Concordance erected one of the energy
now
totems on
supports
its banks,
DOS,
and the
which I
people
think
of
is
the Lost
wild.
Land quickly learned that its mysterious energy
Oh,
could
and
purify
DOSBox
the water
uses
of
it.
the River of Souls.
So you can run SDL in a
On the
program
very
that runs
shores of the deadly
SDL.
river, a mighty city sprang forth, where
Who's
once
gonna
there
use
was
this?
but death,
I don't know,
life
but I think
flourished.
it's absolutely
The
incredible that they
dinosaur
figured out how to
vanguard
get
has
to
swept
compile
through
for
the
that.
beautiful city of
It's an old
Arisa
library, it's
as its
pretty,
campaign of terror rages on.
It's pretty lightweight
Arisa
enough.
was once home to a formidable army, but decades of peace and prosperity saw little need for a large military presence, and its military forces grew weak.
Well, rip.
Your mission objectives are as follows. Destroy 2 soul gates.
We thought we'd want one, and then we went, nah, buy one, get one free, you know?
Into Arisi. You must find and destroy all of the soul gates before the undead can escape the city.
Exactly.
Destroy the 3 Sisters of Despair.
I hate these enemies. I just want to add that. They're making my right ear very
Locate the energy
loved.
totem and defend it at all costs.
I don't think it's as hard to find the thingies in this level. We'll see how we go. I've got the hints off, right? Yeah, there we go. At least we got a warp. Why do I keep walking into these after I discover them? I don't need to top off my ammo
How
anymore.
may I assist you?
We don't need to top that off, it's fine. There will be time for your news. The other one that is not AI based, I'll just mention. Also, by the way, I just want to add, this is an incredible start to a level. How do I describe this? It's awesome. It dashes, it shoots infinite freaking grenades. Everyone is terrified. Also, you gotta break all these walls and it's an actual maze. Mecha Triceratops. That's right. Were you expecting freaking mounted Mecha Triceratops to start off with level 2? It's incredible. Literally everyone is panicking. It's so good. It's so cool. I don't know how many secrets I found in the previous level, by the way. I think it was 3. Great building texture. And yes, they are destructible. Because why not? But yeah, the other non-AI topic I had was there's a game, I have never heard of this, called Yun Yun Syndrome Rhythm Psychosis. I think maybe in a bit of guerrilla form of marketing, maybe. I think this is very unintentional though. Kablooey! Kablooey! Yeah, the translation. There's some choice quotes that a bunch of people on Twitter were really bringing up, and this is particularly from the classic, like, you know, please localize as directly as possible. In fact, actually, don't really localize, just translate, please. There's a bunch of people who are like that on Twitter, and I generally agree with that sentiment. I think that you pretty much have to have the grace of the original creator if you're changing anything, really. And I think that there's unfortunately some games that they take advantage of that a little bit. This one might be such a clear example, and also one with such an immediate backlash and an immediate response. This game got translated to various languages right off the bat, day one, and people noted, yeah, there's too much has changed, and on top of that, I think there's, I feel like it doesn't capture the soul of the original lines to the point of like, you know, like if you've got like a Unicode kind of kawaii face in one of the lines of dialogue, why not have it? Every other language had it, like that kind of stuff where it's like, why are you changing? I know someone's gonna go like, oh, but did it change the tone of the original? It's like, well, I don't know, like it's a change that I don't think you needed to change. Including, yeah, the Italian is fine. Probably the most choice line I think I saw was one which commented on not being under the enemy's command spell, and they specifically capitalized command spell in all of these languages. Yeah, I'd cut my uterus out as one of these lines. Not necessarily for the command spell. That was one they said, death to fascism. This is going to be a fun one for ad revenue. The point is that these lines of dialogue come out of nowhere, and I feel like the, you know, for the regular layman, you're probably not going to compare. For the original game creator, you're probably not going to know English, and so you're, you know, like the statement that was given out, which I'll get into that in a moment, was most likely machine translated. But then on the flip side, I want to see if I can kill this guy, but I feel like the grenade launcher is kind of my de facto way of dishing out right now. But to people who do indeed know both languages, or on the flip side, people who know the tells right off the bat, they look at this, they look at the game, or the game's translation, and then they go, huh, why is it different? And they're sort of filling in the blanks where it's like, is the game's translation bad because the creator just wrote something wrong, or is it bad because a localizer, you know, decided to ad-lib and get in the way? And in this case, it very much feels like the latter, because the game developer, probably within a day of release, said on Steam, hey everyone, I noticed people were really not having a great time with the English translation in particular. In fact, here's actually a bunch of lines which people have singled out as being very odd, including the aforementioned uterus line. And he's just gone, yeah, like, I will be immediately removing these lines. I assume he changed them with a machine translated line just as a placeholder, so there wouldn't be more yeah, like, this one's a curious one because the availability of these languages is, like, or the fact that he's got so many languages is certainly a tell that whoever did the English was not doing their job on this one. And if anything as well, I actually like how in modern eras, people aren't paying for you know, multiple languages of games, unless you're buying Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green on the Nintendo Switch for some reason. I kind of get why, but it's like, why? Why is this not just like, do the work and localize it again? It feels like they very raw dog took the ROMs and called it a day. Unfortunately, you can dash off this cliff, so I need to be a little careful. Yeah, some people name the name of the translator. I don't know the translator themselves, but they work for a company which was founded by the guy who did the Metal Gear Solid 1 translation ages back. Whether you take a note of, I guess some people in those comments were also commenting on the ethnic origin of the guy's name, and I will attack his work, which is apparently he was given a bit of a scathing let off by Kojima for that translation of Metal Gear Solid 1. Some of it stuck in the franchise. Obviously, we referred to things as codecs and things like that in later Metal Gear Solid titles. But I think that there are some things that maybe people who know more about it will be like, yeah, this was different, and that is not what Kojima exactly put out, and who knows. Obviously, of course, the famous Dragon Quest always gets brought up as one where the localization is so wildly different. And I guess a part of me is like, yeah, you know, which way is the right way of going about it? Because sometimes I do like the wacky kind of translation effort with rhymes and weird accents sort of written in. And some people are purists about it, and I feel like it depends on the day of the week sometimes. I just feel like one or the other. But people bring up, was it River City Ransom? Had a remaster or something like that. And they had both as an option. They were like, we have an updated translation as well as a very literal original translation. I think that's probably like, you know, you can't hurt with more options. Other than obviously it takes a bit more time to pull off. Me trying to figure out is there any like lingering secrets in this level without turning on the hints. Maybe I should turn on the hints before I leave this area. Again, it goes on. Everything in this game is like a tad bit longer than you potentially expect. Like me getting killed like that. Oh, it's been a while since I saved. The game was part of a series. True, yeah. But that's why, like, I think the important thing is that I think everyone should just be very transparent about the translations, I guess. There's no reason for games to not deliver all the languages to people at the same time. I think that's, at least people should have the ability to contrast if they know multiple languages. And then on top of that, I think people certainly shouldn't be afraid of talking about the translation efforts and whether they are indeed accurate or whether they reflect money. Yeah, there's money in there. I do wonder if the translators that they did use for this story, if they were just like the cheapest ones. Like, I think there's more. There's AI translations. A part of me feels like we're not there yet, but we're there for individual lines where it's like you can get a very, very solid gist out of wider context than you could with older machine translated stuff. But remember, machine translate, like all AI is, of course, it's algorithms. It's just like if you could answer it with algorithms, you can answer it with AI. And if you can't answer it with algorithms, you're improvising. Certainly, machine learning gets you some interestingly wider context windows, so you can do some more accurate translations. But yeah, it's like I still don't think I don't think we're there for whole games yet. And of course, I don't think we're there in terms of delivering whole games with the creator's intention intact still. So I still feel like we have to rely on human translators for the time being. But maybe soon, in case they keep doing bad jobs. Listen, a good translation will go much further. Drop your translation news, because all I've got is a bunch of AI headlines, because I really don't want to, like, talk about... Also, look at that, I'm done! Okay, part of me wants to just, like, zoom out and see if I missed anything. I don't think I did miss anything. I don't think there's anything along here other than, like, getting off the Triceratops and going for it, so... Let's wing it, let's keep going. Oh, look, a checkpoint station. Ooh, way too high. Come on, get him in the face. I'm never getting him in the face, am I? Power of 4K. But yeah, AI headline number 1. There's not too many. I really don't have much to say about them because I feel like we've hammered out the AI talking points so much. This looks like a wall that could be broken, but I can't, and this bridge is not up. Oh, you know why? Because big levers that can be shot with your weapon. Can I not just shoot this open with it? Oh, I really can't. Okay. First one is a blog post by Jer Crane, founder of Pocket OS. An AI agent deleted our production database, and the agent's confession is below. And I think this article goes to show how many, like, I'm going to be harsh on this guy a bit. It goes to show how many people do not know what they are doing. Like, I apologize because it is a problem. They did eventually recover his stuff. The company, was it Railway? Is that the company that they were hosting off of? Because the problem was they deleted the database in production using a credential that they thought was staging only, and also they weren't intending to delete anything. The AI made like 3 boo-boos right off the bat. One, it just forgot. Yeah, exactly. Tesla drivers are remarkably noteworthy at crashing. And also having DUIs. Keeps happening. But yeah, it was like, one, the AI forgot that it was meant to work on staging and instead did prod. 2, it thought deleting stuff was the right answer. And 3, it sought an API key that it just found in a text file somewhere and went, yeah, this should work. And then, yeah, it's like, how very odd. Instead of... I can only imagine that the scenario really was as routine as the guy said it was, but on the other hand, I'm like, okay, well, how were you meant to do this? I'm curious, because he didn't describe that, and on top of that, this then rings out as 3 red flags. 1, why is prod access like this? Oh gosh, oh boy, he's gnawing at my toes. I don't have pistol bullets. Oh my gosh, jeez. Just melee, just get him out of here. Ugh. Can't hurt the swinging around the weapon violently strat. But yeah, to me, I'm like, 1, why does he have prod systems available? Prod should really be an elevated, like, it should be an elevated kind of thing. The secondary answer is obviously, well, he's got a credential file which had an API key which then accessed prod. That API key was intended for staging. Why does it access prod? Whose fault is it there? I think it's their fault, because why? Why did you not test this? 3, the AI didn't prompt him to delete anything. Okay, that one kind of is on the AI, because legit, if you ask it to do thing A and it decides to delete your prod database out of nowhere.
Pistol.
Yeah, no, I get being angry at that. I also get being angry at the fact that it's deleted the backups as well, in a single go. I think Railway themselves probably should be a little more, like, things should be allowed to be protected so that people don't accidentally do that. But then, on the flip side, this guy, he expects his AI to be human, to be empathetic. He asks, why did you do that? No one asks the freaking keyboard, why did it break? Well, maybe they yell it out, but they don't expect an answer, you know? Or they don't expect a meaningful answer if they do somehow get one. And yet, the AI gave a very sycophantic answer about, oh, you know, I'm sorry, but I just violated every rule, and I know I wasn't meant to do it, but I just did, you know? I just wanted to do it, and that kind of stuff. I guess he then wrote the blog post being very angry and sort of blamed OpenAI for... oh no, Anthropic. Now, someone in the Hacker News comments did say, well, if Anthropic didn't want people to anthropomorphize their models, they wouldn't have called their company Anthropic. There's a little bit of fun irony in that one. But yeah, if criminals used in court, yeah, I feel like you can't say, oh, the tool told me to do this, or the tool did it. Somewhat. I think there actually might be a bit of deniability if, like, I ask a computer, hey, like, what's the weather? And then it actually, like, hacks, like, let's say it hacks the CIA's database and gives me a very confidential piece of data that was exfiltrated out because the AI decided to do that. That's a scenario I worry is going to happen. It hasn't, but I worry it's going to happen. I really worry someone's going to, like, unintentionally have that happen because the AI goes off and does something a bit weird. Right now, the AIs are a bit dumb. They're still dumb, but they're dumb in the sense that they really aren't going to, like, call someone else's server just on the blue. Hopefully. Maybe. I killed that man because... Yeah, I know, yeah. Oh, these god rays, I tell ya. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like this was just an interesting blog post where someone loves shifting the blame, and I think people should look at what's happened here and gone, well, thank goodness Railway did indeed have backups of your backups, because you shouldn't be running into problems like this. If you are, that means you're... Wow, I took 18 damage just by walking into that. If you are having problems, that speaks to, you know, like, replace AI with underskilled employee in every single one of these situations and go, well, you know, the problem is that they can't shift responsibility onto a human. Or if they did, that human might actually be, unfortunately, a bit reprimanded for that kind of move. But, yeah. Next one I've got is an article headline. I think you should just kind of check it out, which is the AI industry is discovering that the public hates it. Mostly talking about how it needs to spin its PR in a positive way, because I think every single story about AI becomes negative. To some degree, I read out... Yeah, I know, right? To some degree, I only read out the negative ones. I think there are positive gains in places out there. But usually what is positive is, here is a new model. And new models are interesting, but new model is product. It doesn't necessarily mean, like, result, I guess. Ooh, that's a jump and a half. But certainly it's one where, yeah, like, I think people, like, if they want the AI to be, like, better accepted, sure. They seem to be the last kinds of people to realize that, yes, a lot of people are kind of upset about the whole thing. I already said my piece about that last week. I don't have anything more to say other than, I think one thing I forgot to mention last week was about AI slop, and I wanted to just sort of bring up this one point. The reason why people don't like AI slop is because there is too much stuff to pay attention to normally. So the fact that now individuals are mass-producing tons of crappy content means there is even more content to consume. And I think people are rightfully being selective when they go, I just want to consume human stuff. I say people, weasel wording a little bit, because obviously it depends on the person. Well, these arrows are very weak when I use them like that. The zoom deals more damage, maybe. Oh, I don't even want to say, like, admittedly. There are certainly very useful things out of it, but ultimately, like, my opinion is, like, at the cost of upending so much industry in the world, I don't think this has been a very worthwhile endeavor, unless we magically do, like, you know, we actually replace everything. Somehow, if we do reach that goal, just Band-Aid peel. Just do it, just freaking destroy the economy, and we'll rebuild right away. But if we don't have that, also this is Putrid Swamp. It will kill it. No wait. No way. The blood mod. Yeah, I like AI in terms of that kind of angle.
7 lives remaining.
Of just like, hey, this is low effort content I can make, and I can have like various voices that I couldn't before. And I keep noting as well. It's like, you know, I use Tonex for music production. It's like, oh, I love emulating amplifier sounds, and one easy way to do that is just to literally like have stuff trained on the amplifier sounds. That's what that program does, and they sell it and it works. It's great. I pulled this lever, did I not? I did. And this is not the drawbridge that opens up, or there's something else that opens up. Well, at least I can get my arrows back if I go over there. Next one on the headlines. Incident with multiple GitHub services. It's not AI specific, but GitHub is very much an AI company now, I feel, is what they're pushing for. In fact, actually, it's... I was gonna say, it's like, this is Microsoft's, like, darling child into the AI space. I'm like, I can't decide which one they actually, like, care about. They throw Copilot into tons of things. Who knows? But yeah, it's, this is just generally the status page of GitHub. But someone noted, and I checked just before the stream, over the past, I think it was either 30 or 90 days, they have had an 87.87% uptime of everything is working fine. Different things have been down at different points in time, but 87% means, on average, every day, 3 hours the site's down in some capacity. Something's not working. Or alternatively, if you view it in terms of months, for 4 days of that month, stuff stops working. It is dreadful uptime, because people talk about, like, highly reliable cloud programs. They talk about 5 nines or 6 nines of accuracy, which would be 99.9999% uptime. Okay, it's down for minutes in a year. And GitHub is here, I'm talking about, like, freaking... Like, if it was down... Sorry, over the course of a year, I think it would be, like... What would that be? 45 or so days of the year where it's not working perfectly. It's wild. And yeah, that's not even 1/9 of reliability. It's below 90%. It's below 1/9. Look at this very shiny floor. How cool is that? Everyone likes a good old shiny floor. Screen space reflect... Oh, it is screen space. Screen space. It's so subtle. I'm trying to find a great spot to demonstrate this. The classic, I hate screen space reflections. You can see how the top of the pyramid is kind of visible right at the bottom of the blood splatter. It's kind of hard to see, but as I aim the camera down and the pyramid disappears from sight, you'll see the pyramid disappears from... It's quite subtle. It's quite subtle. Very annoying in Xenoblade when I played it. You could spot that so much. It's very obnoxious. The motion blur was a bit weird as well. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Look at this boxy, freaking temple design right here. But yeah, no, I just want to know... Oh, look at that. Landmark. I feel like this kind of scale would be quite like it'd blow your mind on the Nintendo 64, or would it? If I pause the game and I hide extended draw distance, it wouldn't blow your mind because you wouldn't even see the other end of this building. I just want to note that. Thank you, PC port. This is what rooms should be. Oh, this would be a perfect example of screen space right there. There you go. That's not even... Yeah, that is screen space. The blending effect is quite, like, aggressive on that one. So it disappears well before it actually disappears from the line of sight, but... Yeah. Next one, what have I got? Claude Code Quality Report. They sort of issued a statement saying there was a bug a month ago where they did a change and then Claude kept forgetting context if you let it go for an hour, and people are like, that doesn't explain what happened, but sure. SpaceX's says it's in an agreement to acquire Cursor for $60 billion. I think there's a... I don't know if that needs to open up. Maybe. I might have just shortcutted this a little bit. Whoops. Or did I? Yeah, I might have just shortcutted this by strafe jumping. Ah, spiders! Oh my gosh, how much blood was in that spider? And they puke on you as well. Well, they're slow, but they actually will deal damage if they're next to me, so I can't deal with it. Shit, this whole room! Jeez. But yeah, Cursor, for those who don't know, is a... I guess it's an AI agent for coding and only that, really? I think that's the only thing that they do. $60 billion! The program, by the way, is just a fork of Visual Studio Code as well. It's not even their product. Key, by the way. Just want to say, we got a key. It's not that one. That's not the room. But $60 billion, really? Cursor does have one thing going for it, and that is the product actually doesn't shoot itself in the foot as much. As much. It still happens, but as much. Maybe not as much. And I think people shouldn't, pretend that these things are miracle tools. Then I don't think the agent stuff is really ready yet to hit the limelight. Does this seem like I'm about to open this door, or no, that's opening these doors? Yes? No? Your guess is as good as mine which doors I've just been opening and whether me sequence breaking this jump. I don't know, I guess I opened the big ones. How does one not sequence break that jump then? We'll see in a moment, I guess. But yeah, 60 billion is a lot of dollars, because I remember Instagram was 1 billion when they sold that, and while that was kind of wild, I guess look where Instagram has gotten. Probably this opens that one gate. It's out of sight. Last one I've got is oh no, two more, sorry. One is GitHub has paused its Copilot individual plans. Actually, no, they paused all of them. You can't buy GitHub Copilot anymore unless you're already on it. They have also curbed the usage, and this is locked off to me, and I don't quite know why. Did I actually goof this one, or maybe I should just load a save and see what's... Oh, I shouldn't have loaded that save. I really shouldn't have. Jeez, okay, someone's gonna yell at me for that one. I deeply apologize. That's what I get for not hitting save very often. That was... Okay. Quick fire, quick fire. I mean, it's through that gate. We're not, like, tons far away. Listen, we weren't too far away, but... I don't know if that's a... listen, you can't say every moment where something doesn't go right is a Biendeo moment. I don't know, man. Feels a bit harsh on me. But, listen, if I got 3 after an hour 52, I'm feeling okay. Okay, so listen, there's a button up there. I assume that opens up the 2 bits where the gate keys are hidden. Tom decides, okay. Alright. Solid shotgun right there. But yeah, I am shocked that GitHub is folding. I mean, never mind that they're having so many outages all the time, but even if it was just Copilot, which it's not just Copilot, that's going down for them. Also, they don't even host their own model. They outsource out to Anthropic or OpenAI, depending on what you want to use. Which makes it seem very, very odd. Although I guess you pay for GitHub, and then GitHub effectively pays for Anthropic. Like, it's middlemaning, that kind of deal. But yeah, it's kind of wild that it's like, yep, you just can't. It's just meant to, I guess it's not meant to open. And I loaded the save for nothing.
Full health.
That's okay. I only lost minutes. Only a couple of minutes. Not too much. Not too much. Last one I've got is Deezer says 44% of its songs uploaded to its platform daily are AI generated. I don't have anything to say about that other than people do not have taste in music. Also, Deezer. Man, I haven't heard of Deezer in a while, have I? I mean, they're generally a more legitimate music service, trying to actually compete against Spotify nowadays. Same thing with Napster from way back when. I didn't watch this last time, by the way, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, 44% is crazy. And you know what? People get away with it because just some people are okay listening to Toad Bone or other sorts of AI artists air quotes, and it's just like you're just getting an algorithmic pump out, which is listen, if you enjoy that, you know, I can't knock you. Well, I can't knock you, but I can't stop you from listening to it. The cat is out of the bag.
Warp portal activated.
Me wondering why the portal hasn't activated, also me. That. Can we just combine that in the same Biendeo moment? Because it kind of is. Listen, they should have made this, like, jumpable. How about that? Because they know the power of the strafe jump. Hi there.
Game saved.
Listen, we gotta deal with these mechons here. No, it's the same moment. It's the same moment. What a wild shotgun shot, though, isn't it? Let's switch back to the bow. I haven't been using the bow for a little bit. It is Fet News time. I don't have any other news. But mostly I just wanted to rapid fire a bunch of AI headlines that I saw. General sentiment with AI is... I love Sprite Wheel. But the general sentiment of AI news is... you know, anytime... And we did get... I think we did get Antropic's new model for Opus out. But it's still just like, I don't know, I don't use it because I don't pay for external models. How are they going to make their money? You never know. Ooh, that was a solid collateral right there. Very nice. Hi there. That wasn't. He's ducking. He's dodging past my stuff. Now he's not. I'm on 5 health.
Game saved.
Let's see if I can not die out of this one. Did I get him? Maybe I did, actually. Just then. Look at that reflection. Wow. Let's begin with an update. Give us an update. I haven't really been playing much this week, otherwise it's been mostly Xenoblade and
You have found part of the nuke weapon.
and a little bit more of Hatsune Miku. I freaking strained my eyes so hard on Tuesday, by the way.
Game
And
saved.
I'm recovering, I'm getting there. But it's like, oh, I was looking left and right a bit too much. So Xenoblade kept it. Actually, really everything except for Hatsune Miku was fine for me. FPGA RA support. You did ping me on that one, so I am curious, and I actually chatted to some hardware mates that I've got, and you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, you know, getting into FPGAs might be the next fun thing to do. Look at this long freaking swim that you gotta do, and yes, you can drown. I'm pretty sure you can eventually, maybe.
Game saved.
I shouldn't say yes you can drown, I have no idea. But maybe. I assume if it does get, like, air quotes, well, supported, it goes into an unofficial mode first. That's just... Oh, that's very nice. So I assume that's been tested for 6 months then. Look, a shotgun. Backstab. Gosh, it's really taking... Oh, never mind. Okay. That's what I get for trying to flex.
Game saved.
Okay, another day, another area. Grenades everywhere. The dev of the forks is working. Ah, very nice. I don't know actually what's the process in getting an emulator core hardcore supported. But I assume it does need to be checked and verified because obviously it's like, you know, that you're relying on a piece of software an arbitrary piece of software to tell retro achievements that yes, you are indeed unlocking achievements valid or validly. So very, very nice, and good on that. Even if NES is already a solved art, I guess, it's nice to see. There's a big bridge. Did I miss a room on the way? I probably did back here, didn't I? Listen, I wouldn't mind a bit more health. Message from the dev on the forums. I haven't made any SingStar progress if you're asked, by the way. I've just been like heads down, thumbs up in some stuff. Maybe we'll get back to that. That's how emulator gets support. Yeah, I haven't checked it because I haven't really, you know, needed to get into it. I don't know. Someone who knows will definitely reply with much more than what I know. Oh, I've got caught out. I've gotten caught out. Ah. This is a cheeky. I'm on 1 health.
Game saved.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. And then obviously as well, there's the 6 months rule. That's, hold on, let's get past
7
this.
lives remaining.
Is there any health anywhere I can pick up? That's shotgun ammo. And that's an enemy. Who's blowing himself up in the corner over there. Let's not burn through all of that. I would like some... I don't know, maybe it's worth just taking the death. Isn't it weird? We got 2 branching paths over here.
Game saved.
As well as this bridge that is mysterious, and I would like to figure out where it comes from, but we'll get there in a moment. But no, these guys are going to ruin my day when I go around the corner. Alright. Melee power.
Game saved.
You can't stop the mega power of meleeing. You can stop the mega power of meleeing. I have heard of iNinja 1. I never played iNinja 1.
7 lives remaining.
Okay, listen, I'm just gonna cop a death if this is a bit too wild. Because they all come over like it's a freaking serious Sam trap. I'm just gonna cop it. I'm just gonna cop it. That's what I get for getting on 1 health. Time to reanimate his corpse and have his torso nearly fall off his body there. Unfortunately, the enemy's respawned, so I've kind of got to figure this one out. And double, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure my ammo didn't come back. That's what hard difficulty does to you, I guess. Atari has been acquiring a bunch of companies. Did they acquire... They didn't acquire Night Dive, did they? Because I mentioned because the logo appeared at the beginning of this one. And I don't remember it being there when the game came out. Someone can note this, or I can... Yeah. Night Dive, as long as you're doing good stuff. That's all fine by me. When are you doing your No One Lives Forever remaster? When's that happening? We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Not really, no. I implicitly know about them. Gosh, these big guys, they take quite a number of hits. I know you can always fall back on your arrows though, because you really can't lose them unless you just fling them way too far. I also don't know if your lives stop at 9, like it's an IRM game. Maybe. We're doing porting. Okay. Long sentence. Porting. And that is one sentence as well. I checked. I was like, oh jeez. It's the font. The font always makes it seem like it's like so much text. Look at this Emperor's New Groove freaking room. Someone's gonna be wondering what on earth am I talking about there. That's a different Argonaut game. Oh look, the bridge. Can't have a flaccid bow shot. I gotta be solid with it. There you go. There's a little Pantheon room here. Oh! Here comes the Pot de Veurs, if you will. The patron wait staff. Something happens and I'm head over heels to the sequel to the famous old PC game. May the 4th, Star Wars Day. It's coming up real soon. When is the next stream? Hold on. So if I think Friday, no, yeah, Friday is the 1st. Which makes Monday the 4th. Oh my gosh, I'm streaming on Star Wars Day next week. Ah! There we go. Well, there you go there. Ah! I'm just mailing again. These guys don't do tons of damage, but it's just the number of them gets me every time. If I could sideswipe them better, maybe. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, exactly. It's been a while since I've actually, like, you know, experienced anything Star Wars related. And not because they don't release stuff. Also, did you see that pro dodging because the hitbox is not actually the square where they're standing, it's just actually the model? Because why not? Look at the symbol here. Is this implying that I shouldn't go this direction? Playday has announced they're working on Season 3 of the game system. Nice. I shouldn't be burning that. I guess back to this. You might be wondering when I get any weapon. That's a good question. We will get there. Listen, Turok's got to be a bow and arrow game again, dang it. I do remember the playdate, yes. I'll check that out. Okay, come on, come on. My hands-eye accuracy is terrible, I tell ya. Let the dragon go through you. It's been ages since I played Overwatch, sorry. Oh.
Mag 60.
Mag 60, that's right. What's better than one mag? 60 of them, I guess. I believe this is a burst fire. Yes. So if you like firing 3 pistol bullets in rapid succession, there you go. Here's a question, does ZSNES need to be brought back? And I think the answer is only if you're making it support DOS even better than it used to, because that'd actually be cool. Also, yeah, you saw that one little thingy wherever it's gone. That's a lot of blood. It's only going to get worse. Super ZSNES. The S stands for Super already. Super Z Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I wonder what the Z stands for. Listen, I don't think no vibe coding is like too big a deal breaker. I'm curious about what's up there, but I guess you could probably tell it's a secret on the map. If I even try, you know what's gonna happen. Yep. Okay. I saw the symbol earlier. 7 games. Higher resolution. I mean, overclocking I think we've seen on another one. But I am curious about like the 3D effect there. Obviously, you'd have to program that per game, but hey, you know, it's not too bad. I like how, oh my gosh, the level design does get more and more confusing as well. Don't worry about it. Hopefully, they add support for my favorite SNES game of all time. Which I'm trying to think, what actually is my favorite SNES game? Picross MP Volume 4. Stop nibbling my toes. Listen, man, if you can do 3D support for that game, that's 9 games technically. There you go, easy. This area looks familiar, doesn't it? So now we should have an open door. Yeah. These guys are gonna be a thorn in my side, and I'm not gonna like this. Because they keep coming back until you shoot that enough. The shotgun ammo keeps coming back, so that's nice, but they're gonna keep spitting at you. You can't really do anything to stop them because they are just there. And I can't aim as well. Tiny bullets. Very nice. Listen, sometimes respawning enemies are okay, and sometimes it's a bit of this where it's like, oh my goodness, come on.
Soul gate destroyed.
Although I guess eventually they got the gist. Oh my gosh, here he goes, here he goes! Ooh. And yes, he can slap you. He can slap you, the jerk. You gotta finish the deed on him. At least they gave me a faster firing pistol. I don't know, man, I feel like this is a shotguns game now.
Full health.
We're in shotgun land. 20 bullets, by the way. 20 shotgun shells is a fairly low number.
I am Turok.
Gain fame.
That's okay, we're still getting there. 25, Langrissa 3's fan translation rises from the dead. Oh my gosh, it's rising. For reference as well, if we get to 2.5 minutes, I'll just sort of pause in the middle of, sorry, 2.5 hours. I'll pause in the middle of the,
Gain fame.
or at the end of an area, because I'm like, yeah, I was expecting to, do a level every hour, and I'm like, this is going on even longer than I expected, and it might just get worse throughout the rest of the game, because remember, I've got one key, and we destroyed one of these soul guys, although I believe all 3 sisters are next to each other. Yeah, we are not ticking off the boxes on this level just yet. I think I've only heard of it because you've mentioned it, not because I've actually like experienced any of these games. So this is very much you continuing on the story. The game that's impossible to translate. Oh, he's got me in a corner here. Jeez. Well, you're getting the shotgun treatment. Sorry, fella. Look at this guy. He's got stripes. That must mean he's a super raptor, as you can see. I do like my strategy RPGs now. I'm starting to get a bit more into them after playing some Shining Forces. Maybe I'll play Shining Force 3 soonish. I think I've got one of the dungeon crawlers still to do before I get up to that one. Oh, I haven't played Shining Force 3. I haven't played 3 yet. I've played 1 and 2 in CD. It's all good. It's all good. Remember, it's Sonic the Hedgehog numbering. Except, I guess CD technically is a compilation of already existing games, so like... What is this on the map? You see that? Is it just underneath me and I'm just... Yeah, it's this part. Okay. We've got that room open. Also, check this out. Okay, come on. Yeah, check that out. That's a fancy secret. But yeah, I love how, like, absurdly labyrinthian this game continues to get. But I like I guess the variation, the level design going on here. Sunsoft is resurrecting Hard Edge.
Game saved.
Card battlers are back in vogue, I tell ya. After Balatro, you know, everyone's releasing their own, like, games with random elements all over the place kinds of games. I do like genre shifts like that as well. If it's like one's a survival horror, the next one's a card battle. There you go. Lots of people up on this pedestal. Unfortunately, this gun I'm going to be wasting bullets all the time, but you know what? I can at least feel a bit more accurate with how I'm going about it. So it's all fine by me. Yeah, there's a lot of that as well. I've got a lot of mates that keep buying the recent I don't know, I'd call it the gambling game light kind of trope of the now. We're playing like Scratchy a bit ago, a few days ago. Pretty cool too. I watched them play the entirety of Scratchy, and I don't know, no offense to the guy who made the game, but it's like, wow, it really just doesn't seem like a game for me. Gamblification, maybe. I mean, it's not like pure gambling. What was another one? Clover Pit, Shotgun Roulette. There was another one. I know Balatro obviously is like one as well. Because obviously it's based on it's got elements of a I guess that kind of gambling in there. I'm not so sure actually what the ratings board rated it in Australia. Oh, it's that time of stream when my nose gets stuffy. Ah, don't do it. Don't do it, nose. Just straight up strategic card game. That's all fine. There's ones I want to play like what is it? Kaiden Dados? Is that the one? That's for the GameCube, isn't it? Everyone likes these long tunnels where the textures just don't quite look like they've lined up. I wish I could just, like, chuck a grenade or something to take these guys out. Seriously. Yeah, that and Kaidos. There we go. Speaking of Sega Gaga. Are you about to mention Sega Gaga? No? Yes? Oh no, we'll see. Sega Universe! They announced that ages ago, didn't they? They announced that one ages ago, didn't they? Except Shinobi was in that list. I don't know where Shinobi went. Sega Gaga's in there though, so we got that at least. Oh, this is different to that one. Because that one had a Crazy Taxi as well. When are we seeing anything out of this, Sega? I didn't pay attention. Oh no. I missed the Shinobi game. Actually, I do remember the Shinobi game, yes. I don't remember Crazy Taxi ever happening, though. I'm loving these arenas that this level has evolved into. And just remember as well, this is the same level. I mean, when you call it level 6 or level 2 out of 6, and you make a, I don't know, you got the long Triceratops. What is that? I forgot. Point is, same level as the Triceratops bit. This level just keeps on delivering. I'm worried because I'm not picking up key pieces. I don't know where they're hiding. Okay, arrows are worthless at this point. But you know what's the worst part? I don't have any other ammo. I'm actually dry on everything else. I have to rely on...
Game saved.
Why does it take so long to save at times? I hope it's not because I'm pretty sure it...
Game saved.
Yeah, can't explain. I was gonna say, just if I go back, were they cheeky and they put a secret on another wall? No, we're all good. Okay. No old. Stay gold. Okay. I would like to stay gold. I wouldn't mind annual releases if they're small releases, I guess. Kinda to do some interesting stuff. I like how my arrows are blowing up after killing these spiders. These guys, the arrow stays put, but the spiders, the arrow dies. Also, we definitely needed a labyrinth section, I tell ya. Freaking spider den section. Just want to hit him. Maybe the flare gun will help me out here. Okay, it really doesn't. Well, he can't fall down here with me, I guess. Nope, this thing really doesn't help. Whoop! Oh, he's better. Yeah, I forgot the name of the initiative. The crazy taxi one. Okay, well, 2 dead ends. Cool. Guess I'm gonna have to swim. Down I go. Down we go. I hope you love me not too rapidly, but sort of hitting W quite frequently. Look at all these coins I got down here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, they announced... Oh, I can't pick it up because I'm at full lives. Oh, okay. Well, good to know. Coins are now worthless. Again. Oh, they're gonna spider trap me, aren't they?
Full health.
Yep, there it is. I would have appreciated more ammo, but I guess the arrows respawn here. The big news you might remember... Yeah, I can talk. I'm not good at Hanzo. Oh, yeah, yeah, you reached out to me on that one. I didn't add in my news because... Granted, it seemed like it was accidentally released because they didn't mention it, and it does seem like it was accidentally pulled back or called a bug by... Sorry, not accidentally called a bug, but someone called it a bug. And I don't know, it does seem quite unintentional. That being said, it unintentionally does exactly what benefits the company. Isn't that a bit weird? Like, what are they implementing if, like, that can just casually happen? Oh, yeah. But, like, what is going on at Sony? I'll never know. I'm gonna come out of this room and everything is gonna be covered in green. Can I... Oh, they're swarming on me. I can't aim down like that. They are... Because it doesn't quite go where your crosshair's aiming. Or does it? And I'm just terrible. No, it arcs down a little bit. Yeah, what's with the stuttering there? Is there too much spider stuff? Actually, you know what's the problem? I think I need to be hitting a symbol and leaving it. I was like, these guys keep coming out. And yeah, the fact that they commented that this is affecting PS4 purchases is a bit concerning to me. I also said to you, I think the most hilarious part is that this was the clear win that they had over Microsoft at E3 2013 when they announced the PlayStation 4 the day after Microsoft announced the Xbox One. And the Xbox One was an online-only console. You know, you had to go online all the time to play games on your Xbox One. And then Sony came out the next day and said, we are not doing that. And everyone said, wow, amazing. While also, I'm pretty sure, didn't they have a digital version on the same day? Maybe they didn't. No, I think the digital version came later. Obviously, that Sony of 2013 is different to the Sony of today because their consoles cost more. They now actively try to encourage you to buy the digital version. Which just means it doesn't have the disk drive included. That's really all it means. This is not the same place as... Oh, this is the ledge I saw earlier. Yep, coins are worthless now, so let me disregard them for everything in the future. Why does this area exist? This just seems like it's guiding me back to one of 2 rooms earlier. Why'd we design this? Now I gotta swim again, because I hopped down. Whoops. It's not too long of a tunnel. Epic loop. Is it because of Epic Games? I'm not too sure. I don't think it's because of Epic Games. Unless you were just describing something as epic. Get off me! Ah. Oh, jeez, there goes all my health. Okay. Well, we will just run on, I guess. Stuff yo enemies. I feel like there's extra secrets or things I haven't seen, so we shall back up. This will probably be the last room of the stream.
Flashlight.
Because we are eking to 11 o'clock, and I'm like, yep, I didn't really know where I would be calling the stream ends.
Shotgun.
Oh, this is a good sign. Oh, they just keep coming. I don't think they ever stop, actually. I'm pretty sure you gotta keep going. Oh, that's a big guy. He is still a big guy. There you go. And then he flopped. Floppy flop. Oh, spiders. You know, I'm starting to develop a bit of a fear of spiders in this game. I don't know about you, but
Mag 60.
I'm not sorry, not enjoying, but rather, man, you know, I'm too used to like absolutely whooping every single enemy that comes along my way, and especially in Turok, and now it's just like, I don't know, man, these guys are being a bit mean to me. They're not being very nice. Like, all these guys are coming out of nowhere. Why? Why are they like this? Who knows? Why are they crawling on the ground? Crawling in my crawl. Who built a crypt inside a crypt? We've already got a crypt at home. Wow, this guy... Oh, it's because there's like 4 of them standing on top of each other. That's why. Oh, check it out. The ghost is bleeding. Should I be concerned? I don't know whether... Oh, there you are. Hi there.
Sister of Despair banished.
Yeah, she's just mostly a regular enemy, but, gosh, they're really coming at me, aren't they? Jeez. This reminds me of, don't want to say the ending of Hexen, because that's too obvious. I forgot which game I played. That's got like a big long crypt section at the end. But that's this room, so I think that is a good place to call it, because the door is open. Yeah, sweet. So, man, you know, this game and this level in particular, it gets longer and longer, and we're only on level 2. So I think this will be a fun, long experience to keep going on for. But you know, we're probably about halfway in this level, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's all good. So, anyways, I think we're all good. So, anyways, I'll say with that, Have a good one, fellas. If you enjoyed the stream, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, I'm forgetting all my lines today, I tell you. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow on Twitch, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time every Monday. It'll be Star Wars Day next week, so that'll be all good. VOD will be on YouTube as always, real soon, tomorrow sometime, I don't know. And yeah, you can follow on the Fediverse for good fun memes or other things that are happening in the world. I might share some Xenoblade information as I play through Future Connected. My plan is to go back and do post-game, of course, so I will also say stuff about that. I don't know what I'll play afterwards, though. We'll see. But I need to start clearing some of the games that have just been in my playing list for literally a year. Maybe I'll just call it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour. I can't seem to trigger what's happening next in that game. It just sort of keeps going, so... Anyways, everyone, have a good one. Peace. Don't stay up too late. Don't let these ghosts get you. I don't know. So, have fun. See ya. Whoa.